my name is Hilary Lemon. I'm the Pastoral Associate for Elementary Faith Formation here at St. John the 23rd. Thanks for joining me this week as we take a deeper look at each of our own prayer lives. And I just want to start by saying I'm no prayer expert. I have my own struggles with finding the time and the patience and the best way for me to pray. And I'm not an expert on your lifestyle and what works best for you. I'm just here to provide you with some things to think about and hopefully give you a few ways that you can brighten up your prayer life so it's something that you want to make a part of your everyday. And I feel like prayer is something that we talk about all the time, but it's not something that we put into action all of the time. And I found in my own life and in other people's whose faith journey I have been a part of that at some point we all get frustrated in our prayer journey. And there are times when I think, is God really even listening to me? Is he ever going to answer these prayers that I'm trying to share with him? And then I start to think, when my siblings and I were younger, we would all pray together each night with my parents. We would all kneel down together, say the same prayers each night, and then head to bed. And for a long time, I thought that that was the only way to pray, by kneeling down, folding my hands, bowing my head, and just hoping that God hears what I'm saying. And one of my mentors in college told me that prayer isn't a magic trick. And when you do a magic trick, you have to know what's coming next. You have to know all the moves. They have to be done in the right order. Your hands have to be making the correct motions. And you have to be in the right setting with the right audience. So when we think about prayer like a magic trick, then we probably picture what I did when I was younger. A small child on their knees with folded hands and their head bowed down. But prayer is so much more than that. It's so much more than just the motions, because prayer is all about relationship. Now try and think back to your very first friend that truly meant something to you. And if you can't do that very easily, maybe think of your first friend in college. Now, I remember freshman year is really scary, and finding people who actually want to be your friend and hear your stories and hold you when you cry and laugh with you can take some time to find. For myself, you probably started out with acquaintances, saying hi in the hallway, smiling at each other on your way to class, but it wasn't until you took the time to grab dinner and learn about each other's lives that your trust in each other really started to grow and your friendship started to blossom. But this doesn't happen like magic. It's important to give that relationship, that time and attention. And prayer is the same way. It's extremely hard to pray when you first start. And you stumble over words, you're not sure if what you're doing is correct. And well, spoiler alert, but there's really no incorrect way to pray. You have to do what works best for you and for your relationship with God. And it takes time to develop that relationship with God, one where you feel really comfortable, just spitting out words and knowing that he's going to know exactly what you're saying, even if you don't know exactly what you're saying. So my advice is, when you pray, just be yourself. And if that means running while you pray, then run. If that means sitting in silence, then find a quiet space. If that means singing, then belt it out. God is going to take the time to get to know you, but you'll really only learn about him if you take the time as well. And the more you talk to him, the more natural it's going to feel. So take your time in finding the best way for you to pray and talk to God, because he is always ready and waiting for you. So my challenge for you today and for the rest of this week with this mini retreat is to get ready to feel uncomfortable. Be open to feeling like you have no idea what you are doing. Because, often when we feel the most uncomfortable is when we are growing. So remember to just give yourself that time and patience to really start forming that relationship with God. My question for you today is, how do you think that you can start to find a deeper connection to Christ? Maybe think, What is one practical way that you can start to deepen that relationship? I'll see you on Wednesday.